Hey y'all, story time. This is going to be a story time on how my ex right hand accused me of messing with her husband. Now, this is my first story time, so you'll have to bear with me, okay? It might be a little bit all over the place, but y'all gonna get it eventually. Now, me and this girl, we grew up together. Um, we did everything together. I'm talking about she know my secrets, I know her secrets. She walked to the store, I walked to the store. It was all like since we were kids. Like this is how it was. You see her, you see me. You see me, you see her. Uh, it was that type of mind, that type of relationship. Now we always like, I ain't gonna say we always clashed, but we had issues before where we fell out, and came right back to it. Wasn't nothing as deep as this or as deep as the reason we fell out before this. Now, the reason why we fell out, I'm gonna just give you a little bit backstory on the reason why we fell out the time before this one. Um, I invited her to my wedding. We both are married. She got married first, and then I got married. But she had asked me to be in her wedding. I declined because I wasn't financially ready, and also I was pregnant and sick. However, I did still attend her wedding. I made sure I was there. I made sure I was supportive. I made sure I helped. I was there to help when I was needed. Um, and that was just throughout our whole relationship. Whenever she needed me, I was there. Whenever her kids needed me, I was there. She basically, like, I call her kids my nieces and nephews, and my kids are actually her biological nephew and niece. But like I was saying, I was at her wedding, was supportive. When it came time for her to be in my wedding, attend my wedding, like I said, I don't know if she was upset that I didn't invite her to be in my wedding, and I had my own reasons, which I'm entitled to, as to why I didn't want her to be in my wedding. And one of them being is that she makes everything about her. Everything about her. You can't even, like, if she can call me and vent to me, and I give my advice and listen to ear, but when it was time for me to go back and and for her to reciprocate the energy, it just wasn't there, or she made it about her. She didn't attend my wedding. The first reason was because if you wasn't legally married, and you wanted to bring a +1 to my wedding, because of limited seating, you had to pay for that +1 seat or plate. However, she's legally married, so that didn't pertain to her. Like, it wasn't for her. So that was the first reason. The second reason was because she was going through something with her daughter. Now, she didn't tell me the second reason until after she, months later, you came around and started apologizing for not being there for me at my wedding or during that time, because I was very hurt. Like, I considered you my right hand, best friend, whatever you want to call it. That's what I considered you, and you just wasn't there for me. So, as I stated, she didn't come, and she gave more than one reason as to why she didn't come. That's how you know. Maybe she forgot the first lie as to why she didn't come. I personally think she was jealous. She stated on multiple occasions that she's jealous of me, and she was jealous of me and all our other friends or sisters, because we call each other sisters, that we grew up with, for her own reasons. I'm not even going to get into that unless I have to. If you guys want to hear more about that, the wedding fallout, just comment or whatever. But let me get into this accusation. And the day I received this phone call about her accusing me and her husband of messing around. So, remind you guys, this was supposed to have happened in 2015. It is now 2025. No, yeah, it's 2025, but she called me. This incident happened in 2024, the end of 2024. So I get a phone call from her husband, who I call my bro. I would never sleep. Let's get that clear. I would never sleep with anybody I call my brother. I'm not that type of girl. And if I'm in a relationship, I'm not messing with nobody else. I'm not that type of girl. So during this time, 2015, I was in a relationship. I am married now, but I was in a relationship then. She had went to go see her father. Oh wait, I'm jumping too far. Before that, also I get the phone call. I say, I didn't even answer. I send someone a text and say, "Hey, bro, I'm doing something important. I'll give you a call back when I leave here." So I'm gonna try to make the story as short as possible. So I finished doing what I was doing, and I call him. When I call him, she's in the background, and they both trying to talk over each other. So I'm like, "Oh, whoa, I can't hear both of y'all talk at the same time." So he's like, basically he's trying to say that she's trying to manipulate the situation or the conversation. That's probably why she's trying to talk over him. So he said that he was supposed to call and ask me the question without me knowing that she was there. So basically she could see my response, which you could have did it, because it would have been the same response, because none of it is true. But anyway, and y'all, I've been through so much with this girl. When I say so much, if I really run it down, you guys would have been, I'm telling you, you would be like, you should have been left that girl alone. You should have been left her alone. But y'all can give me your thoughts and opinion on this after I drop it. And the time is about to run out, so I'm going to give a part 2 right after I drop this video. But anyway, so he goes on to say, yeah, she saying basically multiple people came up to her and told her that while she went to go visit her dad lives in another state. While she went to go visit her dad in 2015, that me and him slept together. And my reaction was, I started cracking the fuck up at first. Like, no lie, y'all, I started cracking the fuck up, because I'm like, yo, y'all gotta be fucking tripping. Excuse my language. I'm like, y'all gotta be tripping. Get off my line with this. Like, get off my line with this. Like, y'all tripping. I'm like, first of all, who told you some stuff like that? Like, and why do they feel comfortable coming to you, telling you some crazy mess that you know not true about your husband and your so-called sister? So when I asked her that, she like, "Oh, I'm not saying that. I told this person I'm about to want to say nothing, blah, blah, blah." Then I'm like, this supposed to have happened in 2015. 10 years later, they're coming to you, telling you this mess. If this so-called happened, why they ain't been telling you this? Or if they've been told you this, why you just now saying something? Like, it don't, just how you know all this shit is just made up in her head, or whoever told her, if they did tell her. So I see some glitter on our face. So what happened? Oh, so she called me. So after that, she was like, at first she was like, she wasn't trying to tell me. Then once I made that statement about, if I'm your sister and that is your husband, why is you just now saying something? Why are they comfortable with with coming to you with this type of stuff? Like, and the video is about to cut off, so I'll drop a part 2 right after this.